Hey guys, what's up? It's Apollo here, and I have a craving for blood and booty. And there's only one game that can satisfy my needs. Total War Rome 2. Welcome back, guys, to the Total War Rome 2 Siege Tournament hosted by Chronic Masturbator. That's going to be an awesome name to say over and over during this tournament. So if you're sitting there and thinking, whoa, a Rome 2 Siege Tournament? I didn't hear of this. Well, you might want to go to the very first match. That's where I explain everything in the tournament, and also this is the second battle of the tournament, and you don't want the first battle to be spoiled for you by knowing what happens. So if you haven't seen the first battle of the tournament, simply look in the video description and click on the link that will take you to the first battle. Now, for the rest of us who have already seen the first battle, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters, Change, Krusty Buns, McGregor, Ryan Pavick, Tim Dobner, and Walticus. Thank you guys so much for supporting the Patreon. And if you guys want to support it too, there's a link to it as well in the description. Also, big shout out to my sponsor, Ivacy VPNs. Guys, I highly recommend getting a VPN for many reasons. The biggest reason being privacy and also being able to get past stupid restrictions that your country, whatever country you live in, puts on the internet. For example, if you live in Germany and you want to play a World War II game, well, guys, you can just get an American VPN and download that game and you are good to go. Alright, so there's many reasons why to have a VPN. If you don't know what a VPN is or why it's useful or why it's good, definitely just do your research, and I promise you, after doing research, you will want a VPN. And I got a great deal for you guys, alright? 5-year plan. 5-year plan, it's only going to be about $1.33 a month. But there's more. But there is more. You can use a discount code which will take $16 off the entire purchase. So just use lifetime 20 on your purchase in IVC VPN, and you will have a VPN for 5 years. All right, for $1.33 or less if you use that discount code. Also, most important reason why you should get one: it supports my channel, guys. It supports my channel. So please check it out. Thank you. And now we will dive into this battle. So, after the first battle of the tournament, Ducks to Electric Boogaloo takes a very nice victory defending the siege. Well, now Ducks are attacking, and total winners, who were total losers in the first round. I'm just kidding, total winners, I'm just cracking jokes. They lost the first round attacking. Now we'll get a chance to defend. Now, if Ducks to Boogaloo take this one, it is going to be, well, they're going to be moving on to the next stage of the tournament, and total winners will be knocked out. But of course, total winners can win this one and push it to a tiebreaker. So let's go ahead, do some slow motion here, guys, and check out the armies. So starting with the Ducks team, who again are attacking, we have Nervii. I think that's how you pronounce it. Nervii, a barbarian faction. Again, they're the ones with the cute tushes over here. Here they are. Oh, so cute. They got the naked warriors. No surprise that we're seeing these factions, you know, like these barbarian factions on offense. Very aggressive aggressive units that we're gonna see in today's battle. Now, way over here, we have another barbarian faction, which is is Boii, and they as well are gonna be very aggressive, very, almost, I don't want to say glass cannons, like, especially the Oathsworn. They've got a lot of defense, but also do a lot of, you know, offense. So, they do a lot of damage, and it's no surprise that we're seeing barbarians on the attacking side. And then finally, which was a little bit of a surprise, we have Macedon. Macedon on the battlefield. Now, obviously, we're not going to see a lot of pikes. I mean, we might see some pikes, but we're seeing a lot of thorax swordsmen. We're seeing a lot of Royal Peltis, so a lot of sword infantry, which is what you want. Also, they got the tortoises, which are going to bring down the walls and just open up some nice breach points. And I really like, I like Macedon's setup here. They got the artillery, they have siege equipment, and tortoises, 3 tortoises. So they're going to really overwhelm the defenders. Now, unfortunately, we cannot see the defending armies because this is the perspective of the attackers. So we can't see their setup, but we do know that Athens is in the defense, Sparta. So we have 2 Greek factions. And then I believe the final faction is over here, and I'm probably going to butcher this name, but it's Nabatea. So it's, I believe, an African faction, Nabatea. So they're pretty good too. I don't know much about them, but they're pretty solid. So let's go to normal speed. Now, this is going to be let's talk about a little bit of the layout of this city. It's going to be pretty interesting because it's huge. It is huge. And the attackers have decided to attack from vastly different angles. So instead of the attackers being close by each other and supporting each other, instead they're going to go for the strategy of trying to spread out the defenders and making the defenders face, basically each player face their own defensive position. So it's really just, it's a 3v3, but in a way it's 3 1v1v1s. So it's going to come down to who makes the mistake and they don't have support from their allies. Vice versa, whether that's going to be attackers or defenders. So far, we're not seeing any kind of sally yet. Actually, hold my tongue. We've got some lancers over here. Wow. So lancers vanishing into the tree line, the vegetation of this beautiful Greek vegetation, Mediterranean vegetation. So they do have some cav there, and I'm pretty sure Macedon spotted that cav that quick couple seconds before they disappeared. Macedon is reforming their lines. He's got his Peltis kind of watching that angle. But if I was Athens, I would just hold the cav until much, much later in the battle. Let's go back over here. Let's make sure we're not missing anything, which we are. We've got some desert heavy lancers riding around, hitting the rear of the siege towers. We have the barbarians trying to hold their ground here, and get a nice javelin throw at the heavy lancers, and they're doing their best to try to hold their ground and quickly kill this heavy lancer cav. They're going to quickly get out of there, and so far they're doing a pretty good job with keeping this cav alive, only losing about 10 of them after doing multiple charges. And now what is this? We've got another desert heavy cav. Total winners here. And they get a sandwich charge. Well done. Well done from total winners. Now remember, guys, total winners are defending this time. And so far, I think they're doing a much better job in terms of the sally out. And because the attacking players are so far away from their allies, it's harder for them to protect each other. And we're seeing that. We're seeing that right here. Now, unfortunately, these heavy lancers are taking heavy casualties. Excuse me. Excuse me. But I think it's worth it at this point. They pretty much decimated an entire infantry unit. And you don't want to lose infantry units like this, as they are, each unit is very, very important in the conquest of this settlement. So this is a pretty big loss for them. Over here, Boei is getting back on the siege equipment. I would send the cav. Yep. I was just going to say, I would send the cav over this way. Look at this. Nabatea is going ham right now, and they're about to charge another unit. Here we go. Let's get a nice view of this charge. Oh my god. A tragic blow. Tragic blow there. So Boei is now sending in their general. He's had enough. He's had enough. Now is the time for Nabatea to kind of try to get this general to over pursue and get too close to the walls and focus him down with archers. Look at that. Look at that. Now is the time to have archers up here. I actually use that strategy quite a lot in Medieval 2 and Rome 2, where I will have archers on the walls and I will harass with cav. And if I see that they are over pursuing my cav, I will run back to the walls and set up my archers and use the archer's support to support my cav down on the ground. So unfortunately, we're not seeing that from Nabatea. Oh, he's got another cav unit. Holy crap. Another cav unit coming out of the walls, and they've got BOEI's general in a very bad place. Again, get those archers up there, and another cav unit coming out. I believe he's bringing the max amount of cav. I believe you're allowed to bring 4 units of cav as the defender. Holy crap. This is becoming quite the brawl in the outskirts, in the outer part of the walls of this settlement. Wow, okay, total winners out for revenge. Now back over this way, talk about a quick battle here. Alright, we need to do some slow motion. I completely missed the main assault here from Macedon because I was so I don't know, entertained by the Nabatea sally out. But now we've got Macedon taking on Athens, and they've just broken down huge sections of the wall thanks to the tortoises, and they kind of got them in a place where they really want them. Macedon has really gotten them by surprise, and I think he should really focus all of his concentration over here of his forces. I think he should bring over more troops. And what happened over here, we've got a unit of hoplites in the forest where the Athens cav was hiding. I don't know if they chased him away or what, but Macedon is reforming with the rest of his forces over on this side of the settlement. So pretty nice aggressive move there. And at the same time, we have Nervii, who is pushing the walls against Sparta. And they are not really encountering a lot of resistance. In fact, Sparta has elected to choose to hold the stairway rather than the walls. But, you know, if I was Nervii, I would just put my archers up here and fire down at the Spartan defenses. Let's go back over to this side, where the cav is still running amok, guys. Desert heavy lancers running around like it's no big deal. BOEI, the player who's controlling BOEI, has to be extremely frustrated. And the thing is that BOEI brought no cav. They brought no, except for the general, but they brought no cav to try to compete or contain this attacker sally out. I'm sorry, defender sally out. So total winners are going for blood here. They are going for revenge, and that's exactly what they're getting. Now it seems like his micro is getting a little choppy here. He's losing a lot of cav because he's just standing the horses in place. And now we have the general charging in. The good news, BOEI, you know, they struggled here. They struggled containing this cav, but the good news is that they did not lose their general. If they lost the general, I would say that this battle's over. But he didn't, and he still has some healthy troops. And look at it, he's even pushing on the walls as we speak. Now they're getting hit hard by archers. This is a tactic. I don't like to think that I came up with this tactic, but I use this all the time back in Medieval 2, and I would call it fish in a barrel, where basically you hold the troops in place with one unit on the walls, and then you have the archers firing at the flank of that unit as they are fighting on the walls, and that's causing a lot of breaking here. I think BOEI is getting a little too ahead of himself. I think he needs to slow down here for a second, regroup his troops, and then push after the walls. Right now, he's just kind of going in waves, and it's a bit of a mess. I think he might be a little frustrated with that initial sally out. Well, let's go back over here. The juicy battle with Macedon and Sparta. Macedon is, well, they're losing a lot of troops here, but so is Sparta. I'm sorry. God, I'm so sorry. Athens, not Sparta. Whatever. The Greeks. There's a big difference, right? So Macedon is struggling against Athens. He needs to send up more troops. He needs to send up archer support. I don't know why he's not doing that. He's completely halted the siege tower. He's not even using the siege towers, which I think is a huge loss. I think he should at least use 2 or 3 up on the supporting wall or the wall next to it, and try to set up some archers to fire down. I mean, overwhelm your opponent. And Mastodon, at first I thought he was going for an aggressive push, but now it seems he's getting a little too defensive. Finally, he's setting up reinforcements, but at this point, it feels too late. It feels like he's charging in waves, and because of that, a lot of his men are just dying without the much needed support. I mean, these guys are dead. The mercenary veteran hoplites just butchered them without any kind of support. So that's gonna be very challenging for Mastodon to recover, and Boei is still just taking a beating here. So total winners, like I said, out for revenge after that battle. And Boei, man, I don't know. I just don't like this tactic here. I just don't think you're going to have any success. Let's go ahead and go to the... I haven't really checked out this other side as well. And once again, we're seeing a pretty slow approach here from the attackers. Nervii making some progress here, really focusing at this gate, which is being held by the Spartans. But back over here, he's made some good progress. I would say at this point, we're seeing the most and best progress from the Nervii in terms of the attacking side. It seems that they are making some ground, and they are going to be able to take this wall. But the Spartans didn't exactly put up a good, like a solid defense here. And why does he have his armies so far away? I think he should definitely send them up and try to support this fight. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. Like, the Nervii just seems like they are missing troops. This army seems really small to me. But they are making some progress, and he's about to outflank. Nice little javelin toss there. Fierce swords, about to charge the rear of these Spartan hoplites. And yeah, Spartans are going to retreat. Or try to reform. Yeah, let's see that. But it's going to be tough. That was a good little move there by the Spartans. Kind of just protected their flank. But I think Nervii should be able to take this one fairly soon. Now for their Boei, not looking great. In fact, Boei thankfully is kind of calling off the retreat, or is calling the retreat. I think he's reforming his men. He's just got them a little too spread out, a little too like charging in waves or attacking in waves. It seems like he's reforming, he's consolidating his towers, and he might be attacking this main gate. He can't wait too long because they are taking some fire damage, and you don't want to lose the siege towers. Back over here, Mastodon is making some ground, but at what cost? They have lost a lot of men, and they just aren't setting up. They're not sending in the right support troops. They got some Thracian warriors over here. These guys would be really good at armor piercing. I guess he's a little afraid of the archers, firing down on the Thracian warriors because they are such low defense. They're more like glass cannons. But we've got some slingers here about to get into position. And the fight for the streets is just, it's been a little bit of a messy one. For Mastodon. But we'll see what he's doing. I mean, maybe he's got, maybe he's just trying to get the enemy to exhaust their ammo on only a couple of troops instead of his entire army. He's got his mercenary archers up here firing down now on the position, which is great. Some Athen troops are Brachithorax hoplites. Breaking, now he is sending in the Thracian warriors. Let's see, they can do a lot of damage to these veteran hoplites. They got to get that charge bonus, though. I guess that was a charge. I just felt like that charge could have been a little bit better. But yeah, you just got to be right in their face with these Thracian warriors. Just go right in their face. Always be in the enemy's face. Never sit them back and let them get shot at by arrows. Just keep pouring them in. Now this is going to be a problem. These are pikemen. These guys are good at killing Thracian warriors from a distance, obviously with the long pikes. So Mastodon is pushing quite effectively over here. Getting hit hard, by arrows. I felt that one. But he should go ahead and charge them into the picked hoplites. It's going to be quite a challenging unit to kill. But it's better than him just sitting there getting hit with arrows. And there he goes. He is going to push them in. in the picked hoplites, hand-selected hoplites, ready to fight. Woof, woo-wee. It's getting spicy in here. Let's go back over here where Sparta is still just making Nervii fight for this. Oof. And they've got another unit of fierce swords taking on the Royal Spartans. So this is going to be a challenging fight, and they are just getting hit hard with arrows. Again, fierce swords, their melee stats or armor stats are not the greatest, as they are shirtless and spicy, covered in blood. Look at that sweat, just sweat going down their chest, pecs. But yeah, they're fighting the good fight over there. I don't know, I think Sparta's kind of regained control of this gate, and it's really because they're not sending up a lot of reinforcements. I just think you got to keep piling in troops, you know, to overwhelm your opponent. Back over here, oh no. Boii has completely given up on this assault. Boii is retreating from Nabatea. They've lost too many, and they have just thrown in the towel, and they're going to now march to their Macedonian allies. Now we got some fiery balls of justice coming in. Look at this. Going after some archers, it looks like. Going after some picked hoplites. No, these are mercenary veteran hoplites. But I think Macedon is starting to put the pedal to the metal. You know, he's starting to get most of his troops running here. Get them into the fight. Start, you know, really bringing down death and destruction on the defenders. And it's good to see that. It is good to see that. This is something you should have done right out of the gate, though. And in case you forgot some of the rules, Rome was excluded from the tournament. So you cannot play as Rome. It's, I believe, max 5 pikes as a team. Not per player, but as a team. Max 5 slingers or archers, or skirmishers, I should say. And max 4 cav. That's just some of the basic rules. Another major rule is that you must defend the outer walls with most of your troops. I think you can only have about 6 or 7 troops in the inner part of these walls. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get back to the slaughter where Athens continues to hold. See, look, if you're sending in troops, here's the problem with this assault. Macedon is sending in troops when it's too late. Like, if you're waiting for the entire wave of troops to die, then you send up reinforcements, it's just too late. You want to send up reinforcements before those initial units you sent up break. You want to support them in their struggle. And I feel like Macedon is just a little too slow in terms of getting troops to the front line here. There we go, more and more troops pouring in. Royal Peltus now joining the fray. He's got to commit more, and it looks like he is, but hopefully these troops can start to do a lot of damage. I think what he's going to do here is actually hold back the Athenians and use the Peltus to skirmish down these pikes, which the pikemen know. He is on the run. Look at this. Flee! Pikes, of course, really, really weak to skirmish fire. And they lost 6 men right in that volley. Good use of the Peltus. What I would do as Macedon is just keep those Peltus there. Hold on to their ammo and wait for those pikemen to come back. He also has his reinforcements coming over his ally. They are active. Are they running right now? I can't tell. I believe this is running. So these troops are going to be very tired by the time they get in position. Uh-oh. Remember the Athenian cav? Oh my god, yes! Well done. Well done from Total Winners. They saved their cap. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Took a lot of casualties there. But that was still pretty effective. That's always a good move, guys. When you sally out Cav at the beginning of a battle and the defenders are well prepared for it, just go away. Just hide the Cav unit and wait for a much later time. But unfortunately, like, holy crap, the Thracian Peltis held their ground and just decimated this Cav, which was kind of tragic to see. Now Bowie Eye's over here trying to protect his allies' army. So, that was the right spirit from the Athen player. You know, right strategy, I think, or timing. It just maybe if he, like, charged from a different angle. I don't know. He just charged the front of Peltis and they just got pelted. They just got pelted. So they are breaking through over here. Look at this. Royal Peltis pushing through. Pikes are now going back over to hold this front because he doesn't have anything else. And let's see if these Peltis... Yeah, these Peltis better be ready to kill some... There they go. There they go. Yes. About to toss their stuff into the pikemen. Look at the pikemen are on the run again. Beautiful. So that's really put Athens in a difficult place. Well done by Macedonians. They did an excellent job here with that Peltis placement. Causing some issues for this flank over here. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Now over here, oh my god. Oh my goodness. This is kind of tragic. This is kind of tragic. Nervii. Guys, I'm going to talk in a sad voice now. Nervii has completely given up on his assault. He is now holding back his forces. And it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Nervii. Wow. Okay. So let's go back over here and let's see what's happening. Now we have his reinforcements closing in. Nabatean heavy archers coming in from the other side because Boei has shifted. And I think Macedon is having the most success in this this attack. Look at, we got Thracian warriors everywhere, guys. Thracian warriors. Enemy or the attackers have it. The defenders have it. It's crazy. Some Thracian Peltis getting a little too close there. More pikes. Look at this. Pikes coming up. Getting into position. And when I say that the Macedonians are having more success, well, it's not that much more. I mean, they've made some ground. They probably killed a lot. But at the same time, they've also lost a lot. Oh, no. Oh, no. His Peltis are just kind of sitting there getting hit with arrows. But he's moved up the mercenary archers to fire down at the reserves over here, which is smart. But there's nothing defending these archers. It's a little bit of a concern. They need it. Boei needs to send up infantry. Boei needs to get into this fight. I know Boei is probably resting his troops right now, as they are very tired. But they need something up there, and they don't. I believe Macedon has committed all of their infantry, so Boei is probably gonna have to commit here soon. He doesn't have much time to sit back. What's going on over here with Nervii? What is this? I guess he's gonna play the waiting game and wait for the Spartans to just kind of give up this area. I know Sparta's knocked though. In fact, Sparta is probably sending reinforcements to support this fight as we speak, because I wouldn't even be concerned if putting myself in the shoes of the Spartan player. This is nothing. This is literally nothing. Don't have to worry about it. Just send over 1 or 2 or even 3 units over to this side to support this fight, and here we go. What is this? Picked hoplites. Athens now supporting the defense here with some picked hoplites, and the archers just got decimated by enemy archers, defending archers, depending on what perspective you are, enemy, you know, friendly. But yeah, this is tough for the attackers, and they've got quite the mountain to climb. Literally, look at this. They're gonna have to climb these defenses, and it's gonna be tough if they're even able to get to that point. Boei, you know, don't count Boei out. Don't count him out. I honestly think that it wasn't a terrible idea that they shifted their units over to this side. But they're going to really have to carry their weight. They're going to... Oh, my God. Mastodon is breaking. Like, Boei, you got to get in there, man. Boei... It's too late, though. It's just too late. He waited too long. He should have marched his men. I don't know. I don't think he should have left that wall to join his ally. I think he... I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is he should have just, like, fought in a more condensed attack. You know what I mean? He should have concentrated his siege towers. Boei just kind of attacked in waves, and it wasn't good. And like he was getting harassed by Cav very effectively, but he kept pushing forward. Like if I was the Boei player, I think I would have tried to contain the Cav first, then move up the main assault. And here comes a nice flanking move here. Sword followers, look at that. You're gonna be able to flank around. And that might cause these Thorak hoplites to break pretty quickly here. So nice move by Boei. See, don't count him out. I mean, he made, you know, he took some losses, but he still has a huge army. He's got a huge force that can still do a lot of damage. So he's still in this game, and he could be the savior of the attacking team. He could try to save this team. Nice bloodshed here, guys. Nice bloodshed. The pikes reforming. Looks like they're getting ready to hold a much wider defensive stance. Unfortunately, they're going to leave this Thorak pikeman unit to die. They're just fighting back to back, trying to hold against all these barbs. We also, look at this, look at this. We've got oh no. We have axe warriors who have javelin capabilities, just using the walls here. This is sexy. Look at this, using the walls and just shooting down the attackers here. Boei. Now it's not like a ton of javies. It seems like they're having a little difficulty with this angle. But yeah, they're doing some damage there, and it's gonna be tough for Boei to get past these hoplites and pikes. Oh, nice artillery coming in, burning 3 of the pikemen. Oh, they're getting friendly fire, but it might be worth it. Look at that! Look at that! Oh my God, Mastodon! Mastodon is getting aggressive here. Look, he's killing his teammate, but at the same time, he's killing pikemen. These pikemen now down to 90 men, taking 4. Look, they're gonna retreat. Oh, the retreat though, now down to 83. Woo! Oh no! That just made it worse, guys. Oh, it got 1 there. Dude, what did I tell you? Don't light yourself in freaking gasoline. Why did you rub gasoline all over you before the battle? I told you this was a bad idea. I just love how they just instantly catch fire. So they are taking heavy losses here. Oh. Oh my God. And now the pikes are down to 69 men, giggity. So they're going to try to hide them. But this catapult is exactly what Mastodon needed. Exactly what they needed. The bounce of power is still, there's still a chance that the attackers can take this one. So let's go ahead and look at what Nervii is going for here. Looks like he's moving up his forces. Don't know what's waiting for him. Some Athenians here. Still in position, waiting for him. But yeah, it just seems like he mostly has archers. Honestly, it's like he should have just marched over. He should have just did what Boei did. Because it seems like Nervii just has archers, you know? Some infantry units, but not a lot. Look at Sparta's just like, they don't even care about, look at this formation. What is Sparta even doing? It's just like, whatever. I don't even care. Don't even care. I'm surprised we haven't seen any Spartan troops over here. But I think Sparta's just waiting for their ally, or waiting for their enemy they're facing to go in. Now we have the Athenian, look at it, the Athenian general. Unfortunately, the catapult here, the onager, is out of ammo. so you can't use it on the general. But Athens has kind of weathered the storm, literally the storm of fiery balls of justice, and now have the, well, they don't have to worry about it anymore. But, well, you know, actually, we've got a Celtic ballista, which might come into play. But now we have the Macedonian general getting peppered by arrows. Beautiful. Boii still pushing here, now taking on Nabatean heavy archers. So Athens is pretty much exhausted at this point. And look at this. This is a cheeky move here. We've got some Oathsworn getting on the walls. So, you know, you got to give credit to Boii. And I want to give credit to this player because he had such a challenge at the beginning of this battle. He struggled so much. But he's still putting up a hell of a fight. He's giving it all his all. He's doing what he can, and he's, you know, instead of just like being frustrated and throwing away his army and just like whatever, just go in. You know, he's being tactical about it, and he's trying to be as effective as possible with what he has. I think he's doing a good job. More veteran spears charging into the fray. Arrows coming in very close to friendlies, doing some friendly damage, friendly fire. Boii still putting some pressure over on this side, but I don't think Boii is going to be able to break through this. I mean, it's just so well defended. Look at this shot right here. Very cool. Got the Athenians holding right there. Got the beautiful architecture in the background. Got the pikes in the back. This epic choke point defense. Really cool, really cool. Back here, Athens is starting to crumble, and they're starting to run out of troops. Now, Nabatean, we got some axe warriors, Nabatea, sending up axe warriors to reinforce the lines. But they still have to worry about Boii, which are attacking completely undefended sections of the wall. And look at, they've got even more. They're sending up archers, very smart. Sending up archers on the siege towers to fire down and skirmish the defenders. And guys, remember, never give up. Never give up in these battles. No matter how challenging or how difficult the beginning stage of the battle is, you can always make a comeback. You can always come back and figure out a way to be a bit more tactical with what you have and, you know, turn the tide of the battle. Now we have both generals, Boii and Macedon, standing together. Let's go over to the other side and see how this is going out. Well, Sparta has sent up some troops here. Royal Spartans ready to hold. We got archers kind of undefended, and that's probably why the Spartans are up there. And Nervii, look, like Nervii is just, they don't have enough infantry. It seems like Nervii just mostly has supporting units, like archers. They are taking the gate over here, so that's good. Looks like they defeated some Spartans here, which is crazy. But I just don't think they have enough. But we'll see. We'll see what he can do here. I just feel like Sparta's too strong. Look, even Sparta is sending over reinforcements, which I was saying he should do. Like, I'm surprised Sparta isn't over here. Because Sparta doesn't need his entire army to hold against this force. So if Sparta had 1, 2, or 3 units, this battle would be a lot different. But Boii, look at this. Boii is turning the tide, and he's just slicing through the defenders, mostly because at this point, it's skirmishers, super depleted units. Like, he's going to be able to cut through these guys pretty effectively. Now, over here, it's a different story. Over here, the Boii were defeated. But, you know, on the other side, they are making some ground. And that is the Athenian general. Boii has kind of surrounded these axe warriors. Archers are now up on the walls. Slingers. General dead. Oh, the Boii general has died. Did not know that. Oh no. I didn't get a notification for that. Well, the general of Boei has perished, which is no good, especially for a barbarian faction, as their chieftain is very important to them, and the loss of him could be the loss of an entire army. The slingers are going wild, causing some units to break. They are doing a lot of destruction here. Look, just slinging like crazy. Finally, they cause them to break. Try to hold their ammo there, those slingers. Focus down these archers, which it looks like they are. That's why they got their shields up. And let's go over to the other side and see what Nervii. Hey, Nervii is in the building. They are in the city. They got some cav in here. Got some swordsmen. Again, not a big deal. Just not a big deal. I mean, these guys will most likely die. The Spartans should win here just because of the support of the arrow tower. I just think Nervii just probably doesn't have enough. Well, they're starting to break, so who knows? Who knows? But again, even if Nervii breaks through here, they got to get through this. And we know the defenders have something waiting for the attackers. Obviously, they wouldn't commit everything to this outer part, which they don't even need to commit everything to this outer part. Boei going in with the Oathsworn. Slingers, look at all these slingers, man. Athens moving up. This is a good target to go after. Some picked hoplites. I know they're depleted, but, you know, they're picked hoplites. Now, oh, why? Run! Oh, good, good, good. He's running the crew out of there. And I'm sure the slingers are going to focus these guys down. No, no, no. What is he doing? He's showing his backs to the slingers. But I haven't seen any of these picked hoplites fall yet. Here comes reinforcements. We got some veteran spears coming in. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. The ballista crew. What is going on? Picked hoplites just charging in carelessly. And now we've got, there we go. There's Sparta. We got some pikemen over here supporting. They've got the Macedonian general surrounded. Not that it's a big deal. Macedon has been wiped from the game. And oh my god. Oh my god. Woo! Dabatia or whatever. They've got plenty of reinforcements pouring into the streets right now. Yeah. So, I just don't think they're going to take it. We got some Gaelic hunters moving in. We've got some cav running around, but it seems like they're getting picked off. Swordsmen. Nervii pushing in only because the defenders just kind of left this area. Oh my god, look at all these reinforcements. There we go. The ballista is opening fire again. This could be huge. I mean, a lot of these guys are blobbed up. Look at this. This could be an easy target right here. Very close, too. That ballista is very close to the front line. Very close. Oh! They're running. And, you know, Boei is basically just using every unit they have left to the best of their ability. I mean, they're just trying to exhaust every inch of potential they could get out of them, or centimeter for those non-American boys. Trying to use everything they can to get some kills and win this siege battle. As every minute passes, it seems that this siege battle is less and less likely going to be a victory for the Ducks. Again, guys, Ducks to Electric Boogaloo are the attackers, total winners being the defenders. Just a reminder that total winners, they were not winners in the last round, and now fighting really just to still be a part of the siege. Or siege tournament, I should finish that statement. But now it seems that there's some Spartan reinforcements showing up. They're now disengaging. We have some armored desert hoplites kind of using the buildings here to protect their men. They have defeated any kind of resistance. BOEI has defeated any kind of resistance in this part of the town, but, you know, it's just, BOEI is so weak at this point that I just don't think they're going to be able to push through here and win this one. I mean, look at that balance of power. It's basically balance of power saying they've got a 30% chance of winning. That's what that means. 30% chance of winning. Now, I've seen crazier odds. All right, I'm a Atlanta Falcons fan. All right, so I've seen crazier odds in a much tragic way. You never know. You never know. And yeah, they've got the artillery firing. It looks blindly into the inner parts of this defense. Nervii, I mean, I'm not sure what they are trying to do here. I would get marching because they can't attack from over here. Maybe if they had ladders, but oh, they're trying to bring down the wall. Okay, it's at 80%. That's gonna be pretty big. That's pretty wise of them. You know, save the artillery for the inner walls. That would create 3 openings. But even if they had 1 million openings, I don't think they would be able to take this one. But I don't, you know, obviously I want to see how this plays out. I want to see how it ends. At this point, you could be just playing for kills, you know, trying to get the most kills or trying to get more kills or whatever. There we go. The walls are down. The walls are down. I'm sure there's a unit nearby waiting for anything to run through here. I would rush in the cav, which it looks like he is doing that. Just try to get him by surprise. Maybe you can kill some, I don't know, some archers or something. Oh, charge the general. General tries to reform there really quickly. Some pikes over here. We've got the Spartan general, Royal Spartans closing in. Nervii, you know, using what they can, doing what they can. And now the Oathsworn are moving up as well. So they got the infantry. I think they should have had their infantry a little bit closer. I think they were afraid of the archers, which, by the way, he's got some mercenary archers. Not opening fire yet, but they will soon. We also have over here, now that we can see them, armored desert hoplites. BOEI is closing in. So, hey, you know, you got to give credit to the attackers. They've caused the siege to go to the last stand over here. You know what I mean? Like, they pushed their opponents back enough to be in the final last stand. When the beginning of the battle looked like it was just going to end on the outer walls. Like, the attackers wouldn't get past the outer walls. Uh-oh. Now we got the noble cav closing in. Mighty horse getting chased down by the noble cav. A battle of titans. Oh, God. Rest in peace, dude. They're clearly outnumber the mighty horse, and they will most likely defeat them. Now we got archers in the fight, and that seems to be the end of Nerf. Well, they've got some. Why aren't they setting up the Oathsworn? It's kind of too late now. You're giving time for the defenders to kind of just. Well, I guess he's using his artillery to try to soften them up, but hey, this general's kind of pushing a little. Oh, okay, he spotted it. He's gonna fall back. But yeah, I mean, they could still win this one, guys. I mean, it's not very likely, but they still can if they can play their cards right. I'm sure the defenders are kind of taking their time here in terms of how they're gonna hold. You know, they don't want to do anything carelessly, but at the same time, the defenders have the luxury of being careless as they still have a lot of troops. Now here we go, the Oathsworn charging in. Maybe they can kill the Athenian general. That would be huge. Maybe try to send a unit around. There's a gap right here. Try to send them through that gap. They're not defending it. Now, it looks like he is trying to send over some pikemen. Archers now opening fire on the pikemen. You can see the red arrows there. These swords are moving up. They're winded. They're not tired, so they could be fairly effective in combat. But why is he not? Maybe he just can't go through the gap. Maybe there's a pathfinding issue there. But now we've got archers over here. Heavy archers opening fire. And there we go. Well, he's going through this gap. And now he's going after the Spartan general. Hey, but the Athenian general is low, guys. He is low. This is the epic push by Nervii. Some of these troops are getting awfully high up. And Boii might want to start pushing as well. Woo! Love it. Love the bugginess. You'll just see random troops up in the sky. It's beautiful. But they are in a tough spot. They're getting held back by hoplites. The artillery from Nervii is trying to land some hits here. The archers just, you know, it's like the barbarians are up on a pedestal and the archers can just easily fire down on them. We now have the general charging in. Looks like they kind of charged the rear of their own men, causing them to break. Now they're just pouring into the generals, trying to desperately kill a general there. But this is going to be the last of the Nervii. And Sparta's behind Boii, and it instantly causes Boii to break. Also the death of his general, or his ally, I should say. Now look at this, the general's pushing in. That seems like a bit of a push through. If you don't, you know, obviously that's one of the rules. You can't push through defenses. But maybe it was an accident. It really doesn't matter at this point of the battle. And we're going to go ahead and just fast forward this a bit, guys, and get to the end here, as this is a pretty decisive victory for the defenders. Never did I ever really feel that the defenders could really lose this one. I think right out of the gate, literally right out of the gate, the defenders did an excellent job with sallying out and doing destruction. Look at all the kills here. Look at all the dead bodies. Very good plays there by the defenders. It caused chaos, it caused confusion, and they really set the pace early for this siege battle. Well, this is going to be a victory for total winners. All right, and this is going to push this matchup between Ducks to Electric Boogaloo, and total winners to the third game, which is going to be the tiebreaker. Now, just to remind you guys on how this is going to work, they are going to play a pitch battle after this one. The pitch battle will not decide the outcome of this matchup, but rather who will be able to pick whether they want to defend or attack. So if you win the pitch battle, you can pick if you want to defend or attack. So that's what the pitch battle is for, and then it'll go to the third round. So in this third round, whoever wins it, wins it. Now obviously you want to win that pitch battle because defending seems to be the way to go so far in this tournament. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's go ahead and end the replay and see the results here. So Solo Wing Pixie getting the second most kills, which I honestly thought Boii was going to get the most kills, but Solo did a good job there. I want to give him like a shout out for kind of feeling the wrath of the defenders early on, but recovering and still being very effective. Nervii struggled there at the beginning. I just think the attackers should have been more together. I know they were trying to split up the defenders, but when you're together, you can really support each other, and I just think that that's how you should attack. It's just hard to take control of these walls just by yourself. I think you're better off being next to each other. Also, we've got the total winners here. Gibson going as Nabatea. So he did a good job here. Sparta getting the most kills. I'm sorry, Athens getting the most kills. Look at that. Athens pretty much took on 2 armies for a good amount of time until his ally could show up, or both allies could show up. But Sparta, they pretty much lost their entire army, but they killed so many. So that's going to wrap it up for game number 2. Again, it's going to push to game 3, which will come out soon, which I'm really excited about. But let's not forget about the other matchups after this one. So they're all listed right here. You have all the teams here that are going to be playing in the first round after this matchup. So excited to see those teams in action. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the battle, and I will see you next time in game number 3 on the battlefield.